all about money. Pussy so sweet like some honey. Tasting my chocolate chip cookie. I need an Aspen, no rookie. Yeah. Cocoa bone shit. Cocoa bone shit. All about money. Pussy so sweet like some honey. Tasting my chocolate chip cookie. I need an Aspen.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your girl Tosh, aka Cocoa Bone, coming at you guys with not a reaction, but another review video. Or actually, my first review to Crazy in Love by Blueface and Chrisean. Okay, now I do apologize for not getting to the first episode. I actually tried to make a voiceover, but by the time I was like getting to it, it was already too late and people wasn't going to care about it no more and I wasn't going to get no views. So I decided to get all done up, get my ass on this tripod / ring light and talk my ish, okay? And I most certainly have a lot to say about this episode. And yes, once every week, yes, I will be doing a review to Blueface and Chrisean rock show Crazy in Love, okay? So we all know that these reviews take some good old time. So as I used to do on my Baddie South reviews, shout out to all of you guys for loving those reviews, and I hope you like these reviews to Crazy in Love. I just want to go ahead and get straight into it, so let's go ahead and get straight into this review. So in the very first scene, we're picking off where we left off at on episode 1, where Chrisean Rock gets into it with one of her family members on the phone. She decides to get into a producer's car and peel the fuck off and take the fuck off in that bitch and pull back around. Did a whole Yui to come back, of course, for blue. She got to come back for her blue. You know, she loved that blue lipstick, if you catch my drift. But she came back for blue and that stick, and she peeled off again. In the next scene, that's when it's narrated that Chrisean's rock family had finally arrived at the hotel. But while her family is at the hotel, Chrisean Rock and Blueface is deciding to be at the bowling alley that's like right up the street from the hotel to basically regroup and to just regather everybody's thoughts and emotions and stuff like that. More so Chrisean than Blueface. Blueface was his nonchalant Aquarius self, like always, honey. But you know, Chrisean's Pisces sensitive ass is, you know, freaking out about her gangster ass Baltimore family, you know, possibly going ham on Blueface, and we're gonna get into that later on. To be quite honest, this scene is honestly just boring as fuck, so there's really not much to elaborate when it comes to this scene. However, there is one thing that I do want to kind of address. It's not that serious, but then like it's serious to me. Like, why is Chrisean eating like a little ass kid? She eating like her ass is motherfucking 13 years old at a bowling alley in public. Like, the weird part of her having the whole pie of pizza in between her legs on the couch itself when there's a table. I don't know. I mean, I know like some of y'all might be like, oh, you're nitpicking or whatever, and yeah, I am kind of nitpicking because that's fucking weird. Like, it's fucking weird. Like, there's a table, put the pizza on the table, but you know, whatever. But yes, moving on to the next scene, that's when her brother Mookie, or he go by the name of Mookie, wanted to meet up with Chrisean Rock and Blueface at the bowling alley. When Mookie arrives to the bowling alley, he is, you know, definitely giving his baby sister some love. He's definitely telling Blueface, yo, what's good, bro? Like, this is our princess. We've been hearing some crazy stuff about you as far as when you putting your hands on her and stuff. That's when Blueface, Chrisean Rock, and her brother Mookie all decided to go outside. Just basically trying to get acquainted with each other. More so Mookie and Blueface trying to get acquainted with each other. And Blueface is basically telling Mookie like, yo, bro, you know, your sister, she be wildin'. She stole my car. I had to report it to the cops. And then, you know, Mookie, like, I don't know, already it's just something about his vibe I'm not really feeling. Like, at first, like, I thought he was like cool, laid back, chilling black dude and stuff like that, you know, but I don't know. To me, he is the mole rat out of this whole goddamn episode, so just keep watching. But anyway, y'all, Mookie responds to Blueface by saying that he sees no wrong within his baby sister Chrisean, which is honestly a big fucking problem. Now, yes, granted, Blueface is their very nonchalant, okay? He is very narcissistic. I think we all can say that. But in some cases, Blueface be making some really good valid points. Like, if she's still in his car, who is going to be real enough to tell Krishan from her family side, you know, who's going to be real enough to call Krishan and she pick up and then they be like,
hey, yo, you really on some nut shit right now. You need to chill the fuck out.
You feel what I'm saying? So I felt Blueface on that. Like, I understand that what I, as Blueface, did was wrong, which was putting my hands on your sister. But, however, on the flip side, your sister be also knocking me the fuck out, giving me black eyes, and she stole my car. So what y'all gotta say about that? And the fact that the family is just being biased for the simple fact that they love Krishan Rock, I really don't like it when families be biased towards their loved one. Like, I understand that's your loved one, you want to protect them and have their back at all costs, but goddamn, it's like, really? Like, y'all gonna sit up here and just really pretend that Krishan Rock don't be doing shit wrong? And this is probably why she be wilding out the way that she do, because as we're starting to see from her family side, she don't really have not much guidance like that. So she, like myself, always have had to learn things the hard way on her own because of the lack of guidance and the lack of best advice that she can get from her family. I can relate to Krishan not having that much guidance because her family is being biased and they're not going to be quick to keep it that real with her and tell her when she is fucking up and when she is wrong. So in the midst of this scene, Mookie is giving me just straight up like nigga vibes, like just nigga with the G-A, not the E-R, like nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's just a real nigga, according to him and his logic, because he keeps saying that Blueface shouldn't have reported his car stolen to the cops. Oh my God, this negative, toxic black people mentality, man, sometimes. Blueface was not supposed to report his car stolen. So he was just supposed to wake up, see all his shit is going right along with his car, and he's just supposed to be like,
oh well, I'm a real one. I ain't gonna say nothing. She gonna come back.
Like, what the fuck is Mookie talking about? And I felt Blueface when he was like, well, you must don't got no fucking responsibilities, nigga. You must not pay for car insurance. You ain't paid to keep that car up, make sure it's up to date with the maintenance and all that shit. Like, you ain't making no car note payments. Like, you don't have no responsibility if you want to sit up here and say, oh, well, I'm not going to report my car stolen. Then Mookie's response was, oh, well, we just going to bust they ass. And again, I understand that, you know, sometimes people do got to get their head bust wide open. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, disclaimer, sometimes. Not saying all the time. But however, on the flip side of things, when you become a grown-ass adult / parent with responsibilities, you cannot easily go and bust somebody upside their head because they did something fucking retarded that your ass didn't like. Now, granted, do Blueface got goons? Hell yeah, Blueface got goons. Blueface could have got his feisty ass sister to go fight Krishan. Hell, Blueface could have got the girls from off of his Blueface Bad Girls Club and got them to whoop Krishan's ass if he really wanted to. He could have got them to jump Krishan. So all of us got goons. I don't know why when black people make these type of statements,
oh yeah, I just would have got the goons to get in on your ass.
Okay, but we all got goons. Like, everybody got goons, but that don't mean you should use them every single motherfucking time, because people got responsibilities and don't nobody got time to be sitting up here always looking over their fucking shoulder. Like, fuck is you talking about? So I felt Blueface on that. I ain't gonna lie, like, this whole episode, surprisingly, I was on Blueface side because Blueface was making a lot of great points. In the midst of this scene of Blueface and Mookie talking, okay, when they started to talk about, you know, the whole hidden female thing, Blueface had told Mookie that, listen, if your bitch, first of all, I didn't agree with him calling Krishan a bitch right in front of her brother's face. Her brother Mookie should have smacked the fuck out of him for that right off rip. Why are you calling my sister a bitch in front of my face talking about, oh, if your bitch hit you, what you gonna do? Okay, who the fuck you calling a bitch? Hey, yo, bro, hit that nigga with the Dobie. That's what I would have told his ass, okay? Hit that nigga with the Dobie. Who you calling a bitch? Let let me not get off topic. So anyway, when Blueface was like, oh, well, if your bitch hit you, what you gonna do? The brother had admitted that he did put his hands on his 3 baby moms, but he never made it go viral. He never made it public, and he had to get checked by their fathers for putting his hands on their daughter. At the end of the day, like, I just honestly wish on both ends, women and men will just stop putting their hands on each other. Like, both of you motherfuckers keep y'all hands to y'all goddamn self. Because, Krishan, when you be socking the shit out of Blueface, I got a son. And if I see my son getting attacked by a woman and he can't hit you because he's a man, and I'm there to see that, I'm gonna sock the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with that either. Just because you're a female like myself, just because we both women, that don't mean I'm just gonna automatically take a side because you a woman. No, you're wrong for putting your hands on him too. But Blueface, sweetheart, boo-boo, okay, I don't know if you're ever gonna see this, but you're like, what, 6'3", and you're muscular, and most importantly of all, you're a man. You're a grown-ass, testosterone having ass man. So your big ass should not be sitting up here like beating on Krishan like she's littler, she's a female. I don't give a fuck. First of all, them hits, well, I ain't gonna say they don't look like they hurt because they showed a picture how he had 2 black eyes. But the point is, you as a grown man that is way stronger than Krishan, you are not supposed to be putting your hands on her. You as a real man, you should be walking away. Walking away. The most you could do, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, but the most you could do is like push her away from you and just get the fuck out of Dodge and leave, and try to leave to de-escalate the situation and cool it the fuck down, because both y'all are wrong for putting your hands on each other. But that's just my opinion. Okay, so in the next scene, you guys, that's when Krishan Rock and Blueface finally meets the whole entire family. I'm talking about the mama, the daddy, and the 11 siblings, okay? Like, god damn, that woman, God bless her soul for having that many kids. But anyway, y'all, that's another story for another time. So yes, they all finally meet up, and I noticed the glow within Krishan. Like, it was like a light just like came out of her when she gave her mom that hug, and her mom was so happy and proud to see Krishan Rock. You know, so that was a really beautiful moment. It was nice to see that light within Krishan instead of always seeing Krishan, you know, mad and about ready to punch a bitch. So in the midst of this scene, as they are getting introduced, or more so Blueface is getting introduced to Krishan Rock's family, there is one sister in particular. I don't really think they showed her name, but they blurred out her face. She's heavy set, brown skin or dark skin with, you know, braids or box braids. And she had one green box braid, and she basically just started going off on Blueface. She's telling Blueface, listen, she's under your care. Why the fuck are you not sitting up here protecting her as the man in her life? And why are you feeling the need to put your hands on her as if she's a man? Even though she was wrong for putting her hands on Blueface, you know, it still didn't give Blueface the right as a man to put his hands on a female. That's just not cool. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of the sister and Blueface kind of getting into it or back and forth a little bit, that's when Eugene, aka Krishan Rock's dad, had got all up in Blueface's face, honey. And honestly, as the father, and he hears about his daughter getting beat on by the guy she dating, as he should have gotten his face. The fuck? Like, Blueface should have had expected this to happen. Like, he should have expected for this to come when meeting the family. Like, the whole world, including myself, has been hearing over and over and over how y'all relationship is toxic. You had gave Krishan Rock a baldy in the back when you pulled out her hair, you know, because you broke down the door, because something about she was trying to check your phone, and you chased her and pulled her by her hair, broke down the door. That shit was fucking ridiculous. I mean, you guys have pulled a lot of toxic ass stunts, and Blueface has put his hands on her as if she's a man herself, and it's just not cool. It's not cool as a grown man, no matter the circumstances, no matter what she did. You as a man, you're supposed to fucking walk away, because if you end up pummeling on that girl, you can end up killing her. Why? Because men are physically stronger than women. I don't give a fuck how invincible us women might think we are or how strong we try to be. Sweetheart, sweetie, you're not stronger than a man, and that's just what it is. Anyway, that's when, you know, Eugene, which is Krishan Rock's dad, is all up in Blueface's face, okay? He is going ham on Blueface right now, y'all. So in the midst of this scene, you guys, it is getting chaotic at this point. You know, the heavyset sister, the brown skin one with the box braids, she is still going ham on Blueface, telling him to never put his hands on her ever again. You know, the dad is feeling some type of way. The mama is now feeling some type of way. The brother Mookie, he looked like he was about to tee. I thought he was about to tee off on Blueface for a minute, but he's feeling some type of way. So this shit is just starting to become a whole hot ghetto ass Baltimore having ass mess. And I ain't gonna lie, the way that they are, they really remind me of Philly. They remind me of Philly so much. When black people from Philly be going ham and be going off, honey, the same way y'all see Krishan Rock family going off is the same way you gonna see any black person or Spanish person from Philadelphia going the fuck off, okay? Like, real rap, like, they really remind me of Philly. Like, they remind me of home. But anyway, you guys, they are going ham on Blueface because they are just pissed about all the crazy stunts that, you know, has happened between Blueface and Krishan. Oh, Lord, you guys. So in the midst of this scene, honey, like, they still going at it. Blueface is getting irritated because basically the family is being biased towards Krishan because that is their sister slash daughter. And I really hate when family do that bias ass shit. If you know for a fact your family member is wrong, call them the fuck out. Let them know, like, look, I love you and no shade, but you were wrong. Like, I'm sorry, I just gotta keep it real. You were wrong, you know? Now, there are some families that believe in, they'll tell their family member they were wrong when they're behind closed doors, which I can also respect that too. You know, maybe that's how the way they were like trying to go about it, you know, but I don't know. It just still came off as very biased. But guys, in the midst of Blueface trying his hardest to not tee off on nobody, the dad decided to boop, tee off on that nigga first. That nigga said boop. You know what I mean? And Blueface, you know, he's like, he ain't see that coming. He like, what the fuck? So, you know, that's when Blueface starts to square up. They trying to go at it. Security gets in it. Krishan ends up falling to the floor. Oh my God, this is a hot ghetto mess. Oh my God. So guys, in the midst of this scene, oh my God, it's just chaotic. The girl with the orange hair, which is also Krishan Rock's sister, she is going ham. She looked like she want blood, you know, and that little mole rat, Mookie. Now, I meant to mention this before we got to the next part of the scene, but Mookie had whispered something to the dad, and I don't know what the fuck he whispered, but whatever he whispered to the dad, he teed off on Blueface because of whatever Mookie had whispered to the dad, okay? But guys, oh my God, in the next scene, when I say Blueface came out of nowhere with the all you can when that nigga came out of nowhere with the fucking Street Fighter all you can motherfucking fist, oh my God. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I'm sorry, Krishan Rock's father had this shit coming. Now you know you about as old as dirt. Why would you think it would be appropriate to put your hands on this younger man first? You know he's stronger than you. You know your bones is weak. Why did you feel the need to hit Blueface? And you know if he come back for you on guard now, you're going to lose. So anyway, after, you know, Blueface had came in with the all you can, you see her father's face leaking. Like, that shit is just, oh my God, it was gushing in blood. I felt so bad. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you were wrong for hitting him first. That's why your shit is leaking. And it's really hard to take a side in this because on Blueface's side, he got hit first, so he retaliated and got his lick back, as he fucking should. I would have did the same fucking thing. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? But then on the flip side with the family, it's like, we about to fuck you up because you just fucked our dad up. You just made our dad started leaking. He's bleeding and we mad about that, which as a family, I can understand that too. So poor Krishan, she is just in the middle. She don't know what to do. If she take her family side, Blueface gonna feel some type of way. If she take Blueface side, her family gonna feel some type of way. So somebody at the end of this is just gonna be fucking pissed. And from what it's looking like, you guys, Krishan's Rock family is fucking pissed. They are livid at Krishan for taking up for Blueface versus the family. And even in the midst of all this chaos, you heard Krishan telling the sister with the orange hair, well, y'all ain't never been there for me, and my $10,000 chains ain't really worth none of y'all. Y'all all getting on my nerves, like y'all ain't never been there for me, and da 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 da. So it was just, oh my God, it was a very chaotic, hot ass mess. But I'm very shocked at how Mookie didn't really he didn't really do much when it came to, you know, Blueface. Like, I just think it's strange how the women are more masculine than the men. Now, Krishan's Rock dad was trying to be masculine by hitting Blueface and standing up for his daughter and stuff like that, but he failed miserably because you know that your older bones is not going to be able to withstand the stamina and the strength of a younger, taller, stronger guy like Blueface. Like, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So this whole situation and this whole scene was very chaotic. It was a hot, ghetto-ass Baltimore mess, okay? A whole hot East Coast mess. Hey, neighbors. But, you know, I'm just like, oh my God, yo, that shit is crazy. And guys, honestly, this whole chaotic scene is a wrap, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's really not more else to say about this episode. And if you guys are very familiar with my Baddie South reviews, even though Baddie South is over, I will still highly recommend to go check them out. They are fucking hilarious, okay? But yes, this whole ghetto mess or ghetto scene wraps it up for episode 2 of Crazy in Love, featuring Blueface and Krishan. So, you know, I just think the whole thing was just a very biased, ghetto, fucked up just predicament and situation. And moral to this whole entire thing is, please, on both ends, man or woman, keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. Please stop hitting motherfuckers, and then when you get hit, you shocked and you wasn't ready for it. Please keep your hands to yourself. Like, OMG. Like, I am so tired of people just consistently thinking it's okay to just put hands and feet on each other, but then one of y'all is gonna be more emotional than the other about it. Like, stop putting hands on each other. That's really all I gotta say for this scene. Y'all know I don't really get into next week's episode. I just wait for the episode to air, and then that's when I do my review and give my opinion. But guys, that is it for this review. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, show your girl some love, help your girl get to 3,000 subs. Make sure to leave some suggestions down in the comment section down below, and please give me a big thumbs up, for it helps to push my videos further out into the algorithm. I'm out this bitch. Deuces.